Hello and welcome to Just Hoops. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Toronto Raptors and a thing that has made them successful of recent and is making them a team to watch going into the play-in and possibly even to the 6th seed. The Raptors struggled to start the year, and then Nick Nurse made an adjustment. They have length, size, and athleticism, and everyone could handle the ball and be able to make plays in the open floor. So he adjusted, and now they're the 5th-ranked transition team in the NBA. Their pace, possessions per game, all have jumped increasingly over the last couple weeks. So in this video, we're going to look at what has made them so successful in early and transition offense. So, transition and early offense always starts on the defensive end. So let's talk about their defense a little bit. So as a defense, they have insane length, they have insane size, they have incredible athleticism. And on top of that, if you want to see some numbers, they're ranked first in deflections and second in loose balls recovered per game. Those stats exemplify what has made them so successful in transition. As you can see in this clip against the Heat, their length and size, they don't even have to move that much, and they take up so much space. That space that they take up, the space that they eat with their long arms and athleticism, forces turnovers on a consistent basis. Offenses can't do anything, really. It's hard to get in the paint. It's hard to consistently get good looks downhill. Once you touch the paint and they collapse, they have the quickness to get out and make a play contest, tip a pass. In transition, they have the one guy could cover two. It's really tough for offenses to get a rhythm and get going against them. And these amount of deflections, turnovers, and loose balls that they gather are a huge reason why they're successful at creating transition and early offensive opportunities. Next, we can talk a little bit more about their personnel that allows them to be so successful in transition by having the ability for 1 through 5 to push the ball. So on the floor at all times, regardless of if people are hurt, if guys are in and out of the lineup with COVID or any circumstance, there's typically 4 or 5 guys that they can trust with the ball in their hands to get a rebound, force a turnover, and just take it themselves. Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Precious Achiuwa, all of those guys on a nightly basis, you can see them take the ball to the court and also just make plays downhill. Whether that means taking it for themselves, drawing the early defense to the paint, kicking it out. These guys are elite athletes that can run the floor in transition and make these plays on a consistent basis. Their ability to finish at the rim, be smart with the ball in their hands, and also understand what defenses are trying to do and attack it is essential in pushing the break, getting that pace going, and making plays in early and transition opportunities. Along with pushing off of live ball, rebounds, live ball turnovers, they also do a really good job at taking it out of the net on makes and throwing it ahead. A guy could push it himself, they can look ahead. We'll talk more about throwing it ahead later, but their ability to understand on a make, we're going to get out and run and make you still get back as if it is a transition opportunity, allows for their offense to create early advantages, put them in scramble mode really early in the possession. The more that they get downhill and play with this pace, the more success that they've had, and it's just a big time thing due to their personnel and how it complements who they have at such an incredible level. So I brought this up briefly in the last segment, but we're going to talk now about how they look ahead and really look to get that ball up the floor as fast as possible. So in terms of throwing the ball ahead, they really have an eye for the guy running ahead down the floor, whether that means he can have an opportunity to make a play for himself and put it on the ground, or whether that means it's a hockey assist and they see the next guy coming down the lane. They're really unselfish. Their ability to run in transition and find each other and be team basketball on the open floor, it's beautiful to watch. They typically have 2 guys running into the rim, they got 1 guy pushing, they got another guy running wide. They just get everybody in a spot to be successful, and they really put pressure on the rim. We'll talk more about that next, but their ability to make sure that there's always someone, if not 2 people at the rim, opens up opportunities. It really makes the defense collapse at the jump, opening up 3-point opportunities for their shooters running wide, whether that's Gary Trent, Fred VanVleet, but the opportunities can come in swing once you hit the corner, swing it up, or whether that just means direct hit to the corner off of the paint touch. These guys are high-level shooters, and their ability to throw ahead it is a major reason why these guys get so high-quality looks early in offense. It's beautiful to watch how unselfish they are. I know I said that earlier in this video, but It's just a half-court offense in the open floor almost, with their movement, their pace, their flow. It's almost as if it is a set offense that they're running in the open floor. And I just want to reiterate that their ability to move the ball and really look for that next guy, look for the next opportunity, whether that's inside or out, is essential to being successful in transition. And this last clip versus Charlotte really puts it all together for you. So next and lastly, let's talk about how they put pressure on the rim on a consistent basis, which allows for opportunities to arise early in offense. Early and often within their early secondary offense, whatever you want to call it, is post touches. They really look for a nice center seal from whoever got down the floor first, whether that's OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes. If somebody has a mismatch, they really look for that post touch center seal. Usually it's somebody that has a mismatch, but they try to punish you from the jump if there is that opportunity to really attack a smaller guy down low. And then nextly, they have a lot of bodies running to the lane. They'll have the first guy down the floor touches paint. Along with that, the 5-man touches paint. And then there's always a cutter on a drive. So there's chances for 3, possibly 4 bodies in the paint on an early offensive opportunity. That amount of pressure on the paint could be huge in creating outside opportunities, collapsing the defense, kicking it out like we talked about before. But overall, just having that much pressure on the rim could really produce opportunities even in the paint. Defenses will be in scramble mode in a tight, small area. And if they don't have the size and length back down on the defensive end and they're running back, trying to hustle and make a play, and you're already there, you'll have numbers. You'll have big, strong athletes in the paint able to finish plays, whether it's through contact or not. A lot of these plays, you can also see that they crack on the baseline, they find those open guys, but just getting in the paint, getting 2 feet down, making a play, seeing what's available. These guys do a great job at really just producing high quality offense inside and out by putting a ton of pressure on the hoop and making defenses have to respect it. In conclusion, the Raptors have been playing a really high-quality, unique style of basketball, starting at the defensive end with their length, athleticism, and activity, forcing a ton of deflections, turnovers, and loose balls that are turning into early offensive opportunities. And in those transition opportunities, you can see them running down the floor, trying to find the next guy up, really pushing it. And then when they're slowed down in a secondary look, you'll see them look to punish you in the paint by putting a lot of pressure on the rim, whether that's a center seal or guys diving, a rim run, cutting, whatever it is. Putting that pressure on the rim has helped produce a lot of high quality offensive opportunities inside and out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned something about the Raptors and how their new, unique, and fun style of play has helped produce wins. So for more content like this, please like, subscribe, and share, and we will catch you guys in the next one.